Good morning. My name is Eddie McBride. I'm the president and CEO of the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. This morning I have our Vista Bank friends that are going to talk to us about the Main Street Lending Program. We have Brian Pierce, who is the Lubbock Market President, and we have Jared Craighead, who is the Chief of Staff and General Counsel. So, gentlemen, thank you all very much for being here to talk about the Main Street Lending Program, which was started by the Federal Reserve, and they've allotted over $600 billion, obviously, for those businesses who were impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and small and medium-sized businesses who were in good shape before the COVID, but because of COVID, they've been hurt. So we certainly appreciate what Vista Bank is doing for us, because they're one of the few Texas banks and the only Lubbock community bank that is participating in the Main Street Lending Program. So Brian, won't you start off with me, please, and tell me what made Vista Bank want to offer this program?
Well, yes, sir. Well, it's just an important deal for the Lubbock community, Lubbock businesses. We're here to support Lubbock businesses, and this is just a lifeline for these businesses to be able to access capital. The markets have really tightened up, and this Main Street program, where PPP, a lot of businesses I know locally took advantage of the PPP program and really helped keep their help them with their payrolls. And what this does is lets businesses use access capital. That's really what it's all about.
Well, I know we haven't started really promoting as much in the Lubbock community, but Jared, the other markets that Vista Bank is into, y'all have had a little bit more successes in the other markets, I believe, haven't you?
Well, I appreciate that, Eddie. Thank you for having us on. And in terms of success, we feel like we've gotten some good traction in Lubbock. We have a subcommittee call every Tuesday and Thursday, and we have lenders from all of our different geographic areas. Many from Lubbock are participating, and we've actually got many Lubbock Main Street loans that are in our pipeline.
Good.
So we've funded 3 loans right now, which is more than a lot of banks, because it took a little bit of time to ramp up. We've got a lot of loans in our pipeline. We've got a lot of eligible borrowers in Lubbock and other areas of the state, and we're really excited about the opportunity that we're able to partner with these businesses and, like Brian said, provide them access to the capital that they need in the wake of this global pandemic.
And it continues to be so important now that the PPP process is essentially dried up, and there might be a few dollars left in the idle loans, but not much. And we're not getting a lot of help out of Phase 4 in DC right now. So, well, I know y'all did a great job offering PPP loans, as y'all have already said. And what are some of the difference, Brian, between PPP loan process and the Main Street loan lending program?
Well, now the Main Street Lending Program, it is more of a traditional loan. It's not forgivable, so it is you do have to pay it back. But I think the terms that are offered out there are what is so attractive. These loans can be anywhere from $250,000 up to $300 million. It's based off of your 2019 EBITDA. You can get anywhere from 4 to 6 times your 2019 EBITDA. So you do have to qualify. There is some qualification on this, but the terms are really unmatched in what you could get in any kind of traditional loan out there. These are 5-year terms with interest rates based off of LIBOR plus 300 bips. It's somewhere around 3.25%, give or take on whatever day. And we're looking at 5-year loans with deferred payments in the first year, interest only in the second year. In the third year, there's a 15% principal redo at the end of the third year. Fourth year has another 15% principal reduction. The fifth year has a 70% balloon. So you really get 2 years of first year of deferred, second year of interest only. So you're able to really, I think this is attractive to businesses that are suffering right now. They know they can access this capital, get this money in, not have to pay it back really until the 36th month is really the first time that they would have to actually have a principal reduction. That's what's really important in this program.
Well, and like you said, that's what mentioned earlier, how attractive this should be, and getting people to qualify for. What about nonprofits? Do they qualify for this program, Jared?
They do. Now, the Main Street special purpose vehicle has not started accepting nonprofit Main Street loan requests, but they do qualify. They're unique in that because the program's set up for a nonprofit, they obviously don't have a 2019 EBITDA, but they have other criteria that they look at, and those are pretty detailed, probably beyond the scope of this. But nonprofits do qualify. If you're interested, you can Google Main Street loans for nonprofits, and there's lots of information that tells you how those set up. But they haven't started funding those yet, Eddie.
Yeah, and thanks for, I'm just glad that they made a separate division for nonprofits because they're going to need it as well. And
Yes.
and y'all have an amazing amount of information. Your flyer that you have on the Main Street Lending Program on your Vista Bank website is outstanding. And I know there's a lot of information there, but Brian, share with us how Lubbock area businesses, how easy it is for them to apply with you and your lenders.
It's extremely easy. They can contact any of our Vista Bank locations here in Lubbock, or can go to our website at vistabank.com, where we have a tab on there a link you can click on, go in, fill out some brief information about your business, and one of our team members will get in contact with you immediately.
And I'm really glad, Jared, to hear that there's three folks that have actually applied for it. So that maybe is going to gain some momentum.
We've actually funded some loans through the program, so we know it works. We know that you can fund a loan, and we'll get our 95% back from the Federal Reserve. That's one of the things that we didn't mention with these loans. What happens is we fund them, and then we sell 95% to the Boston Fed. We retain 5% of the loan, and so it allows us to help facilitate liquidity for borrowers that would even be in excess of Vista's legal lending limit. So as Brian said earlier, these are significant loans that the federal government wants to get to borrowers who are in need of capital, and we're happy to facilitate and partner with those borrowers.
Well, if it was pretty easy for me to find vistabank.com, and it's right in the header of your main website landing page. So we really appreciate it. Any other local numbers, Brian, or anything that you want to share locally that folks can contact y'all?
Yeah, our main number at the bank, 771-9500, if they want to call there, and certainly we can get them to a team member that can help them out. But we really appreciate you, Eddie, and the Chamber and the Lubbock Chamber on getting this information out to the businesses of Lubbock, which I think is really, really important.
Well, Brian, Jared, thank y'all very much. We'll be following this up with the webinar soon to be announced, so that we can at least spread that information a little bit more detail in a longer format. So we certainly appreciate the chance to partner with y'all, and thank y'all very much. Now, y'all get back out to making some more loans and making some more money. Thank y'all very much for joining me.
Thanks for your leadership. We appreciate this opportunity very much.